Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to PCM22 Dragons. This is episode 30, and we are finishing up the ZLM tour. It's stage 4 of 5, and today is a special stage that I'm bringing you the whole thing for because there has been not a single KOM so far, and we want to get involved in this very, very quickly with Lieberman. I want him in that breakaway. I very much want him in that breakaway, so let's hope that this fighting happens for a little bit here so we have a chance to get him out there, because all you have to do is win more than anybody else in the break in today's situation. 6-4-2 for each climb, each little hill that is. And Schechter is all of a sudden in the break. Now Lieberman has come forward, brought that back together, and Lieberman will attack. Looks like this group is not getting away. It's being chased down for now. I have to try again. Need a little red bar to try once again. For now, as no one is attacking, we'll hold off. Dye is going to kind of keep things in check for a moment while Lieberman continues to recover. Aladwani coming forward is better for that task, so we'll have Dye sit up. And now Lieberman. Now's the perfect time to go. We're not going to get the points for this one, but this is a good opportunity to get away as we're already 30 seconds clear. Okay, everybody's here. Let's get these guys kind of set and ready to go for later. We want Schechter only a +2 today. There you go. Lieberman has made it to the front group. They have a 58-second advantage is all right now, and he has not picked up any KOM points so far, but we have 6 men in the break at 1 minute advantage and climbing, so they might just make it out of the field, but it looks like you got 4 more riders trying to attack now, which is not good timing because there's a lot going into getting in this breakaway. You can say Lieberman can't hang on forever here. Really don't want this big group joining them. I'd love to see them regain contact with those guys and then that be that. This is not a good time to really go for the KOM points as we don't have a lot of energy left. Okay, that's back together, the field, minute 13. Let's see if that time goes out, minute 20. Okay, it's going out to 2 minutes. It's going out to 2 minutes. No points so far though. A little bit of recovery happening. Now it's 5 riders. This time we're going to go for it a bit harder. Oh gosh, we still didn't get anything. Lieberman! Man, come on. 73 acceleration and 79 hills, and you can't beat these guys for squat? By the way, we are 15th, just 17 seconds down. Do we want to compete for the sprint point as well? I don't feel like we're in a very good spot for it because of our energy, but they're all attacking too. You don't attack and you're going to lose out. Gain 1 second. Finally out sprint somebody. Meanwhile, back in the field, how are things looking? Gap's 5 minutes now. And getting some recovery on. 4 riders at the front group. Better than the 6 we had for sure. Got a little bit of time for the next one. See how much recovery we can get, because Lieberman, for now, not doing well on the KOM thing, but that can change. That could definitely change. Should be the strongest guy here, just hasn't looked it so far. These guys are attacking earlier. Oh, so many crashes. Adwani helping to pull it back. Got another team leader here with his own support. Oh, Schechter, come on. We've already missed that sprint point. Lieberman got dropped as a result. Schechter crashes. Ay, ay, ay. You're going to go forward. You're going to pull him forward. Lieberman now riding solo and a minute behind. Definitely pulled back time there, but still back behind these guys. I'll have a little bit of a descent to get some additional recovery on. Oh, they still haven't made it forward. Okay. For a second I was worried that they were pulling the entire group along. Lieberman almost in contact. I'll push and make that contact here in just a moment. 6-minute advantage is looking pretty dang good for potential for the stage. There we go. We are here. And we will relay. And now they have finally made it to the front. Chew to get water. And we focus back in on Lieberman, who has missed out on all 4 KOMs so far. And there's not that many left here. Lieberman now has 2 points. That was only 3rd across the line. I thought it was 2nd, but it was really close. Again, 3rd. Only 4 points. Way behind. Alright. I think Lieberman were now focused on trying to get the stage. I don't know why those 3 guys are looking so strong. What about them is so much stronger than... It's nothing. Nothing about them is stronger other than better sprinters. How those guys are beating Lieberman so badly right now, I do not understand. Going to the front this time. Sprinting it out. Full gas, and he just cannot. 79 hill rating, and he cannot compete with these guys. 71k. How are these guys doing? Let's start upping the effort into the low 80s. 5.5 minutes. Peloton has split. To the front. Sprinting. There he goes, out climbing them for the first time. But that's only 12 points. Oh. That's not going to happen. 18 points is all he can muster. So never mind the KOM. We want to focus on very little climbing left for these guys too. So they're going to be set here soon. Al Adwani's not much left in the tank though. For Lieberman, we're thinking about the stage. Or one more sprint point, a few more seconds to move up the standings, and then make sure we don't get dropped if we don't win the stage. But with a 4-minute gap, it's looking pretty decent here. Gotta respond. Gotta respond again. Hey! I said sprint it, stop sprinting. Oh, we're out of red bar. No wonder. I didn't see that we were out of red bar. We've made it through that. We're out to 5.5 minutes. They're going to win. They are going to win the stage. They are going to win the stage. Let's take a look at one thing here. 44, 224. Lieberman's going to move into the overall race lead. He needs to start contributing. 40k to go, 5 minutes. I think they might win this stage. Especially with how tired this group is. 42k to go. Let's get Chu to go get water. Al Adwani does not have a lot in the tank here. Already down to 4.5 minutes. We're going to go kind of towards the high end and try to get these guys to commit. There's been a lot of infighting. 350 now. 330. Keep an eye on the kilometers. If we have more than 3 minutes at 30k, we've got a chance. Especially with another, oh, I'm a little early on this, 2k. But this long push might just... There you go, we go through first. Huh? We didn't go through first. That was not it, apparently. It came moments later. We gained 1 more second is all. But we're at 3:10 with 25K. Love to see these guys working harder, but they don't want to. Okay, back here. Al Adwani is done. And we're down to 24K. We need to protect Schechter. 2:13 with 19K to go. Coming up to lap somebody as we're into a circuit here for the end. Down to a minute 33. No. Minute 06. Al Adwani's been dropped. We're going to have to set up our sprint train soon. It's going to be hard to manage both things. 44 seconds. Oscar's been dropped. 3 guys, 10K. Oh, 4 guys. Wait, 3 guys. We do not want to be pulling things back. We just want to be positioned right near the front. Only 38 left in the peloton and 9K to go. "29 seconds. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Nobody else is supporting him. Okay, 21 seconds. We're gonna sit up. And Lieberman's going to take over. 6K. We don't want him to lose any time. He's gained some seconds here. 5K banner, so gel. 4K. And we're going to switch to Chew with Lieberman dropping back, saving that last little bit. 3K. 2K. Chew starting his sprint, and Dye starting his sprint. It's technical, so getting out there is challenging. And Schechter now going for it. It's going to be another 1-2 finish. Schechter will overtake Dye before the line. And yes, 1-2 finish with Schechter on top ahead of Dye. And ooh, these guys, are they going to get same time? Field is splitting here. They may not. They may not, but this is all happening right at the finish line the last couple kilometers. These groups, meanwhile, are well behind. Minutes have already passed. So the hardest stage is behind me. Schechter and Dye. If anybody should have had a gap, it would have been them. They do not get a gap, so let's assume that the front 35 are all together. And they are. Lieberman, Chew get same time, and there it is. Top 36 on same time, then 2:22 to the chasing group, including Fred Wright. Surprised he's lost time today. So that does thin the field a little bit further. This was the hardest stage. The last stage is flat as a pancake. It will not be a threat. And Schechter is the overall race leader with Simslot in second. De Boer on the last podium spot, with Chew still in 10th place at 16 seconds down. And Lieberman, he is further down than he was, but he did gain some time today. Had to move up a little bit, but not much. He's 13th now. He only gained a few seconds is really all. And you could see the gaps that he had. I mean, even if he gained 5-6 seconds, didn't make much of a difference. There's a few riders that thinned out. He might have overtaken one guy in Menton. That was about it. Dye is 20th. But the all-important first place heading into the final stage, we want to protect that. We want to make sure that none of these, well, really, 2nd through 7th place guys, we want to make sure none of them win the stage. Best way to do that, win the stage yourself. Final stage, and we nearly fell into this scenario of if we didn't put a rider on the front, breakaway would have had 10 minutes. Fortunately, was prepared for it. I was actually trying to control with a moderate pace early on, but then that became an invitation from everybody and their mother to try to join the breakaway. So I backed off, let it go out, And then once it became clear that the group was going to make it, I tried to reset Al Adwani to being on the front once again. And by that point, the road was blocked, as there was like 12 riders across the road with none of them wanting to contribute. And so Al Adwani's trying to come forward, and there's no space. So the gap blew up pretty quick from 1.5 to 3.5 before I was able to squeeze him through and get him on the front. But for now, anyway, he's holding the gap at 4 minutes. Let's hope we will get some help later on, but this should help keep that in check. I want to get a check in on what kind of gap we're looking at with these guys. 12 minutes, 7 minutes, 5 minutes, 4:23, 4:50, 4:13 is the closest. So for that part, we're okay. And now there's other teams willing to commit to the chase, so we will be okay. 100K to go here on that final stage. Things are looking good for the overall right now. We just got to make sure we take care of business at the end of the stage and either get Scheckter on the podium or keep all those other guys off the podium by getting somebody else on it, because Scheckter has a +5. Oscar is a 0 and Dye is a -1. Scheckter is still the best bet for today anyway. 85K to go. I think we can squeeze by with getting water just a single time today. Send Lieberman to do it. He's got a really good +4 today. Gap now at 340 and slowly coming down with 77K to go. Prepare for later. And let's put in a little more effort with Al Adwani to help with the chase. At this point, I should have a 5-man train, and that shouldn't be a problem. 3 minutes and coming down means that that breakaway is no longer a GC threat. We're already less than a minute with them, or virtual more than a minute behind us. And Al Adwani kind of faking the we're helping. He's not really giving enough effort to it. 46K to wrap up this ZLM tour. And what would definitely come down as our biggest victory of the year. It'd be really nice if we can double that by winning the stage as well. The stage, or even a second with Scheckter, would guarantee, as he would only lose 4 seconds. We got 30K to go. And 1:36 to those guys. They're not a threat. A fall is a definite threat. Al Adwani is fading. He's out of energy. Everybody else, let's go ahead and up that effort. Down to a minute gap, down to 23K. Big acceleration. These guys trying to attack. 18K. Front group has split up. They haven't been caught yet. Heavy pace here with 15K to go. Guys are pushing really hard right now. 13K. We're in town. Is this technical? And doing another lap. Yeah, here's the 1K banner right now. Let's see what happens with that 1K banner real quick. That's not the finish. That is. And yes, we're going to go straight on and do one more lap around here. So Al Adwani, he's out. Oscar, we're just going to put him on first. He's not going to be helpful. Not like that. Lieberman also gel. Oscar's already out front, so this shouldn't be bad, but he's got a really poor flat rating, so he's not doing much here. Lieberman coming up on him. Already inside 10K. Lieberman finally pulling things through. And 8K. 8K, huh? Okay, on to Lieberman. Oscar, try to grab onto the back with what little energy you have left. 108 in the peloton. Still have not caught the front group. 6K. And very technical. So Lieberman's not even feeling it. 5K. Get a little bit of a straight here. We're definitely going to start our sprint early today. Like Lieberman's going to start a soft sprint now. And Chu, soft sprint. Because we're going to have that technical finish. Now it's going flat out because we're inside the final 3K. Chu, we've already split the field. Die. Schechter, 1K to go. Has not caught the breakaway rider, but he does now as we head for the finish line. Schechter is going to take the win. We got him the win. Dye and Chu are caught, but Schechter takes the win ahead of Slavik, Bauhaus, and that'll be a stage win and the overall win, which is exactly what we were hoping for here. Beautiful result. That's going to be worth a lot of points. It's not a World Tour race, but the HC races are very much something we are quite good at now. We can dominate Continental. We can dominate Continental Pro. World Tour is still a bit out of reach. In our first big Continental Pro objective of the year, Schechter has moved up to 18th in the Continental rankings in the Super Prestige. He is 17th. No one else from the team is terribly high, but Dai is 67th. That is probably high enough for Taiwan on that individual part to see that rise. So right now we're looking at Israel. I would definitely think 17th is high enough to bring that up a level. And with Dai, so we're looking at 2 nations right now, and we had some other guys that were in the mix like Locke, but he's down to 148th. He's going to need some more points to get back in it. Chu, 177th. I don't think that's quite high enough, but China's what, a 1 or a 2? It's not going to take much. As a team, no World Tour races for the last little bit, so we've fallen 1 spot to 15th. Continental rankings, where we were non-existent, we are up to 19th. We're going to have to put some time and effort into those Continental races if we want to crack that top 3 to get into those World Tour races for next year. But I am hoping that we will have seen our profile rise a fair bit. In the Super Prestige, we are 16th, and there we are very much in that top 3. Wins, that's climbed up a little bit. Now it's up to 9 after a couple stage wins, and the overall win looking good. All right, folks, well, we will be back to our regular schedule following this one. In fact, the day that this episode goes live is the day that I am returning from my vacation. So we will be getting back into a regular schedule in the coming days, though I still have a busy week ahead of me. So might be 1 more week or so before things are back to normal. That's going to do it for this one, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there, and bye for now.